Hey guys, Justin here with another shave of the day, and today I'm using Purple Haze by Big Easy Soapworks and Tinctures. They're the same people who made Via Toscana and 22-1 Baker, 504, stuff like that. This is a soap that Chris, again, worked on me with after we found out that Via Toscana wasn't as close to Tuscan leather as I'd have liked. So this time he just said, what do you want? And so this is going to be raspberry, tobacco, vanilla, and patchouli. So it's raspberry on the top end, followed by tobacco with just a little bit of patchouli and vanilla to accentuate the notes. And somehow, and it's named Purple Haze because apparently Chris is trying to do this thing where all the different soaps are somehow related to Louisiana and stuff like that. And so there's apparently a beer named Purple Haze. And I don't know how he did it, but it smells kind of hoppy, and it's strange because there's no way. I mean, unless he changed the ingredients on me, it's just those four notes. Here's the soap. If you can see it there, I just took a little bit of a chunk there and put it in a bowl. Scent strength is very strong. I could easily say it's an 8. I'll also be using the Razorock Plissoft, the Colonial Razor General with the Razorock stainless steel handle from the German 37. Not going to be using not going to be using an Allen block today because I am testing out, if I can find it. Here we go. Yeah, sorry, took off the top. Anyway, you see it here, it says alcohol free and all of that other stuff, but this is actually his tester of his alcohol splash. So I'm testing that out. So I don't want to use the Allen block, and I want to see how much this burns and how well it does for the skin and everything like that. I'll get into the ingredients of the splash when I use it, but the soap, as of all his soaps, are 4 ounces. This was $16, I think, and it's distilled water, beef tallow, stearic acid, coconut oil, potassium hydroxide, castor oil, sodium hydroxide, shea butter, cocoa butter, kokum butter, avocado oil. And this is just, I don't even know if it's essential oil or not, because I know there's like raspberry in there, but I don't know if it's like fragrance or not. But yeah, so we'll get started and add some water to the bowl. And don't have a ton to talk about, so I'm just going to pause the video and then we'll get back after I've loaded the bowl full. Hopefully this shirt doesn't get too dirty. I'm supposed to go out in this. Bowl is loaded. I used probably a little bit less than a quarter teaspoon. I'm sorry, a little bit more than a quarter teaspoon of soap. So, as always with bowl lathering, we've got plenty. I didn't want to try to add too much water. I've never bowl lathered his stuff before, so I don't know how much water it can hold. But I added a good bit all the same. So, let's get started. Oh, let me splash my face one more time. Alright. So I'm apparently allergic to, man, it's dry. I'm apparently allergic to the tea tree oil in Chris's soaps, or splashes rather. A little bit more water. So there's no tea tree oil in the splash, and I actually really like his soap base. I think it needs a little bit too much, a little more water rather. So, soap base is really good. I really like the post shave on this. I'm having some serious trouble getting this thing to splay. Unless you get too much. I don't know. I'm shaving in the day, so it's like 1 o'clock. So we're doing things a little bit different today. As you can see, plenty of lather. This is about 3 days, I think. Basically, whenever you see that my last video is posted, add a day. Unless I say otherwise. Alright. And I'm just adding it and adding it. Okay. Very, very slick. I like that. So, since we couldn't get Tuscan leather to, but Chris, to be fair, Chris doesn't make the, so he'll buy something that says like Tuscan leather and then add it to the soap. So, because we couldn't get that to work, he and I both came up with an idea to just create something from scratch. So I still wanted the raspberry note, and I figured after that, why not just add every single one of my favorite scents, or notes rather. So we've got tobacco, we've got raspberry, and then vanilla and patchouli to accentuate both those. That's the second shave of the Kai ProTouch MG. Alright. Good enough for a first pass. Yeah. Getting kind of a squeaky sound, so that probably means I added too much water. Yeah, I think it's gotta be me today. I'm having some problems getting the Plissoft display. Just when I go across my face, the neck is no problem because of my Adam's apple. Strange. So, definitely get a blast of fruity. I wouldn't really say citrusy, but definitely very fruity note right away, pretty much throughout the entire shave. And then you've got the patchouli in the back, sort of giving this, I don't know if twangy is the best word, but I don't know. It sort of adds a patchouli note to the tobacco. And so you've sort of got this bright raspberry that's all of a sudden cut ever so slightly by. There's so much soap on the handle, it started sliding. But you've got that tobacco note that just sort of changes the way you smell the raspberry. Vanilla, you really don't smell vanilla unless it's like a pure vanilla soap. Wrong way. There we go. Yeah, I think I just added too much water when I dumped it. But, yeah, so you don't really smell the vanilla, but vanilla is sort of like salt and pepper. It just adds, basically, the complexity of the notes that you're using. So yeah. Full in there. Yeah, plenty slick. I haven't really bought any new soaps. I don't think I ordered anything either. Last thing I ordered The last thing I ordered were some samples from PAA. But outside of that, on the 25th, I guess, or earlier, I should get the 42 EDT. And that's about it. Peter's coming up with some more A&E scents. He hasn't released them yet, or the shave stick. But Hipster and Last Call, I'm really looking for a cognac. So I really, really like Fireside by Barrister Man. So anything with cognac, we're gonna give it a shot. I disagree with Will's statement about, who would want to smell like alcohol. There's a dozen scents that are really freaking strange that have splashes on it. I don't think it'd be a problem. Yeah, I wouldn't say the soap is too complex. It's not what I was shooting for. I was just shooting for basically all my favorite notes in one soap. Yeah, I wish I could get mountains of lather like Jared did, but I'm perfectly okay with thin lather and very, very slick. Doesn't look as pretty, but it gets the job done. Alright, so this is going to be we'll do 4, it's Saturday. So this is going to be with the grain. Or rather across the grain, but with. Bump. If you see me bleeding from my chin, I already had a bump there. Okay. So not really a ton to talk about. I'm just excited to use the soap. Like I said, I think I said, the post shave on this soap was really good, and I'm really interested to try the splash. In general, even if I wasn't allergic to tea tree oil, which is weird because I've used it as a kid all the time. But anyway, even if I wasn't allergic to anything in his non-alcoholic splash, I'm just not a fan of non-alcoholic splashes. I have like 3, maybe. I love the scent of this soap, though. I hate to advertise stuff for, it's something I worked on, I guess. Not I worked on, but anyway. I'm gonna check this out. He doesn't do samples, but if you like citrus, but you still like a little bit of, to me it's manliness, but really I guess it's just a very dark scent. If you like citrus and dark scent at the same time, citrus fruity, this is something you may want to look at. supposed to be raspberry, and I'll admit I don't really get like a clean raspberry scent, but it's certainly not like apple or strawberry or anything like that. It's closest to a berry, maybe like blackberry, blueberry, raspberry, those type of berries, rather than the other ones. I mean, he's using it's the old Bear Stearns Man container now since they switched to the clear, which I love, but he's using really nice containers, really nice labels. One thing I wish he'd change is just sort of the black and white font on the splash labels. Because, you know, he's got this splash of color, and it's a really nice label, really, really nice feeling as well. And then it's just black and white here. So that's a nitpick. But it's my nitpick. I mean, look at what I just did there. That silk was so slick that I just went from one side of the face to the other without having to, like, clear out the soap or anything like that. And I guess if you want to think about it, that's sort of the soap and razor working perfectly together. Yeah. Soap-wise, I got nothing but good stuff to say about this stuff. And not to sound like I'm defending the artist, I'm trying to be as impartial as possible for a soap that I requested, specially made, but I'm going here. I mean, the price is good. This man didn't skimp on the notes as far as like the scent strength. The base is great, it's slick. It's not super expensive. I think it's like $16 or something like that. I don't think it's any more than that at the very least. Oh yeah, so we're just about done. We're gonna do a cleanup pass as a formality, but like I said, I added a quarter of a teaspoon, maybe a little bit more, and I've got plenty of lather. So look at that. Yeah, one thing I forgot. So Maggard recently started selling tuxedo knots, going from 20 millimeters all the way to 30. So now you don't have to get it from AP Shave Co. You don't have to get it from Nathan Clark. You can buy it at Maggard, and they're like $9 for 30 millimeters. The 24 is $7.95. So I was talking to Nathan about replacing this with one of the Black Wolves, and I'm really not sure the difference at this point. But he was talking about $37. You know, I had to pay for shipping the first way, but then he'll pay for it back. But $37 for him to re-knot and everything like that. That's obviously an option for some people, but if you've got the ability to remove knots and stuff like that, and you've got all the other materials, $8, man, that's a good price. I honestly don't even need to do this. My girlfriend's waiting outside. She wanted to go, but I hadn't shaved or anything last night. Okay, let's wash it all off. Alrighty guys, I'm gonna clean up a little bit and then I'll get to the splash. Alrighty, I love the post shave. I honestly don't need a splash, but you know how I am. One thing I will note is that it looks like the fragrance settled at the top, and I'm not sure if that's for all his splashes. Actually, yeah, it is for most of his splashes. So just make sure you always shake up his stuff. I shake up all the splashes just in case, even if you can't see it. I really like the frosted glasses. So the ingredients, let me see something real quick. I can't tell if this is a waterproof label or not. I don't think so. But you can't tell with all the swirls on this stuff. But it's good. Yeah, I think it may be. Maybe. Anyway, so it is not on here. So it is alcohol, aloe, isopropyl muriate something. It's IPM, vitamin E, and fragrance. And the IPM thing is apparently what it told me was that it helps the vitamin E be absorbed into the skin. So it smells exactly like the splash, or like the soap. Pray for no burn. Hey, actually though, this is really nice. What I would say is, we'll give it about 30 minutes or so. It does go on a little bit greasy. I'm not sure if you can see there's a sheen. Greasy may not be the best word here, but yeah, I mean, you can notice it's not a matte feeling. So if we compare it to my favorite tea splashes, which he just started making it, to be fair, this is still a tester. But if you compare it to like PAA or Barrister and Man, those go onto the skin, absorb quickly into the skin, and then you're left with whatever scent it is and whatever, skin food it is. This, I mean, it's gonna dry down, I can definitely tell, but this reminds me more of like Maria Armin. So if you like that, the way that feels, this is Morning Wood from the club, but Maria Armin makes this. If you like what her splashes are, or maybe like Ginger's Garden, or even some of the other club soaps, this is Hemingway, now the novelist, but some of those have the same feeling. So this is definitely more of a conditioning feeling rather than just sort of a splash that dissipates quickly. But actually, I don't think he mentioned glycerin now that I think about it, which is interesting. Maybe I missed it. But yeah, really good shave. Really like the post shave. Really like that post shave. Chris, out of the park, man. I got no complaints about the splash, about the soap, about the performance, about the scent. Perfect, man. If Via Toscana had come out this way, man, perfect. So I mean, it's 4 ounces. The price is really good. I think he said he was thinking about charging something like $15 for the splash instead of $10 that he charges right now for his non-alcoholic, which is good either way. What do we get? 23 minutes? Alright, guys, I'm going to end it here. So, just so you remember, if you don't read the title description or the beginning, Purple Haze by Big Easy Soap and Tinctures. I'm out. See you guys later.